Hey YouTube, Bones on Campus. I finally did it. I finally got my go bag or bug out bag put together. This right here is a USMC ILBE2 pack in Mark Pack camo. And it didn't come like this, I'll tell you that in a bit. And right now my overall kit weighs 52 pounds, which I think is a little heavy considering that I'm still missing some stuff. But here we go. Start out with, I have a bedroll. Now this is just a cheap sleeping bag cover, just for being waterproof. And inside of here, I have a thin, like 3/8 of an inch foam pad, and wrapped in there on the inside, as you can see, is a cheap 100% polyester blanket from Walmart. Just because polyester is better than cotton, and I don't have a wool one. But I got this pad used at Army Surplus Store for very cheap, and that's wrapped up in there. And I also have one of the camp pillows. I haven't tried it out yet, but I figured this was better than trying to sleep on a sweatshirt or something. So that's also from Walmart. That little guy rolls up in there, and it's fairly compact for what you're getting, and I don't believe it costs very much money. So that goes in the bottom. This guy goes in after it. And that's sleeping pad. So now to the pack. This here is the cover. I recently got this cover and this assault pack from AmmoCanMan.com. I like them. Good customer service, got me good turnaround on stuff, and I did have something with a broken buckle and they replaced it. So AmmoCanMan.com is pretty awesome. This cover, which I didn't have originally, it's got a zipper in the top, and I've got one of the UV Packlight large glow-in-the-dark foldable, rollable little light guys. I'm still testing that. It does okay. In absolute dark, it lights up enough. Rest of the pack cover, I'm not using. So, on this pack, I get it out of here. It attaches pretty easily with this guy. In here, I've got just a pair of mechanic gloves, just because gloves are useful. So in here, I've decided to make this little assault pack be my tool bag. So in the main pocket here, got a pack of hot hands, and I've got 3 contractor trash bags, the 3mm kind from Home Depot. Because if you don't know how to use trash bags in the woods, then you need to watch some more videos. I think that's 50 yards of paracord, pack of wet ones, hand wipes. That's all that I keep in here. I don't have it packed full just because of weight. Again, I got this little pack and the cover from AmmoCanMan.com. So in here, we've got some food and other stuff. In these packs here, I've got 3 Cliff Bars, a Snickers bar, and a little bag of trail mix. It's 1,500 calories, and it's good. A couple bottles of water. I know my pack needs more water, I just don't have it in there yet. I've got a pair of sunglasses. Loosen these up all the way. Get in here. Okay, I have a one-size-fits-all nylon poncho. I have a cook set. This is a Coleman cook set. It comes with a big and little can. I just have the bigger of the two. And inside of here, there's the cover. I've got a little Esbit stove that I keep 2 Esbit tabs and a lighter in. And also in here, I have my water purification stuff. I've got 2 Frontier water straws, with Aquamira variety. And then I've got 2 whole packs of the iodine tablets with PA Plus to neutralize the flavor. So that should help me, in a pinch, treat a bunch of water if I really need to. Now I also just recently got a ketidine. I just don't have it in a pack yet. And so I just keep these in the cook set because the cook set has its empty space, and you can put stuff in there, and my fuel cans won't fit in this one, so I have the bigger ones. Okay, so that's a cook set. Moving on, I have a little tool bag. This is a little dry bag, dry sacks. So in here, we have different things. Okay, just to have extra of them, got a Sharpie, got a good sized chunk of duct tape, have some 18-inch, 45-pound strength, heavy-duty wire fishing leaders. Now, these are EcoClaw, to be used for various things and snares. And it's a regular nail clippers kit. Got a little bottle of suntan lotion. Got a sewing kit that I've added a couple things to, mainly just some extra needles. I need to put some better thread in here, but just a traveling sewing kit. That's the thing that I should have one in here. A small compass, mosquito head net. This is, I forget which model this is. This is a Kershaw pocket knife, partially serrated. It's a good quality knife. A little heavy, but you need a good knife. And for a multi-tool, I've got a Gerber suspension. It's got a lot of the little bells and whistles that you would need, and a pair of pliers. So that's the stuff that's in my tool bag. Going in here, this bag says fire kit. You guys get a kick out of this. I went kind of nuts on the fire kit. So, we have a pack full of Esbit cubes and trioxane, because getting a fire started, keeping it going are important. I've got a couple pads of 4/0 steel wool. You can start fires with this by spark or with 9-volt batteries or anything else. We have 3 more Bic lighters, a couple packs of cheap Coleman waterproof matches, the NATO variety wind and waterproof lifeboat matches. Then I've got these. These are packs of cotton balls with a little tube of Carmex. Carmex is mainly beeswax, and I like the smell of it way better than Vaseline. And right now it's all dry and contained. I can put it on as I need it or add to something. So, Carmex and cotton balls in lieu of Vaseline. And then just a regular fire starter. This is a cheap Coleman one. Magnesium bar with flint. So that's fire. Going in here. This is an Outdoor Products 5x7 lightweight tarp. They have these at Walmart for like $10. From reviews I've looked at, the grommets may need to be reinforced, but it's a very lightweight tarp by comparison to a regular poly tarp. And I think this is going to work out pretty slick. Moving on to the kit, I got 2 bottles of fuel and an MSR pocket rocket. And I found out that if you're crafty, and you want to use the little red pack, you can slip a mini Bic in alongside in the corner of your pocket rocket, so you have a lighter with your stove, which is always nice for starting that guy up. So, more stuff. This little pouch looks like flashlights. Again, I've got a Sharpie in here. Sharpies are handy. This is a little cheapy 3 LED light that I bought like an 8-pack of for almost nothing. This is my favorite current flashlight. It's a little mag light, XL50. They treat up 3 AAAs. It's a very good little light. Got a Coleman 120 lumen headlamp that also has a high, low, medium light, red and blue light. And then I've got a whole pack of AAA batteries, because all of those flashlights hit AAA. Currently, all those flashlights are little plastic discs or cardboard discs, so that the contacts aren't being connected, so that I can't drain the batteries or have one bump on up accidentally. Break time! Okay. And the very last thing I believe in my pack is a double shot of TP, because leaves are not TP. So this is what I keep in this little pack for right now. I figured I'd keep all of my important stuff, all of my little segregated tool packs in something else, because initially before I had this, I had them all in the main pack, and it was hard to find things. Now we can fast forward while I repack all this. And there, it's all repacked. So now, moving into the main pack, open this guy up here. We have food. More food. Just in a dry sack, just to keep things segregated. In here, we have a plethora of stuff. We've got a couple different kinds of Mountain House. We've got beef stew and lasagna. We've got 4 of them. Small jars of chunky peanut butter. Why? Protein, sugar, awesomeness. A couple of small packs of beef jerky. Just because jerky is awesome. I've got 2 more of these packs that have Cliff bars, Snickers bars, and trail mix in them. Each one of them is 1,500 calories. So if you give one of those to a person, and you could hike all day, and you wouldn't die. And you'd be not too bad off. In here I've got some cheap plastic furniture, silverware, Repel, drink additives, a couple little Slim Jims I found, a bunch of packs of hot cocoa, some instant coffee, and some, I think they're P58 can openers, the larger ones, because you got to get into food. Even though I don't have any canned food in here, I thought it would be prudent to have a couple of those around. Repacking. that's food. Here, this is my first aid kit. I can go over that in more detail if you guys want. I'm calling it a level 2 first aid kit because it's bigger than will fit in the cargo pocket. Got a waterproof pack cover. This is a cool little item. I was at Walmart one day. I got a couple of them. It is a small nylon backpack. So it's not very big. It's kid size at best. But it's got 2 straps, and it opens up for, you know, a decent little amount of stuff. You could put what you needed in there to get for a day hike or something. Got it kind of a neutral green color, even though it's kind of ugly. And then it just folds in on itself into where this draw cord is. And then you can cinch it up, and it's all stored and put away. For having the ability to add a pack to somebody's kit, or if you have somebody with you, being able to add a small pack, even something that little, I think is useful. I have a reusable emergency blanket because it's better than the little cheapy guys, and it doesn't take up much space and it's not that heavy. More teepee and reading material, the U.S. Constitution, and that's not to be used as teepee. I've got an orange tube tent because I like tube tents. They're quick, they're easy, and they weigh a lot less than my other tent. Got a big bottle of Germax, not a huge bottle, larger than the little tiny ones, just because wash your hands, helps start fire. It's a good multi-use item, and if you're out for a while, you can't have too much way to clean your hands. This is a little folding grill. Set up a fire, cook some fish or rabbit or whatever you got, or boil water over. A little bit of weight. I could maybe take off just the legs and just use the actual grill part up on some rocks or a log or something. But I thought it was a neat little item. And last, I believe at the bottom of the bag, almost bottom of the bag, I just have clothes in here. I've got a pair of camo pants, a camo shirt, sweatpants, t-shirt, socks, underwear, like 3 or 4 pair of socks. Just spare clothes in case you get dunked. Probably 5 or 6 chemical lights, just because they're useful. And that, I believe, is all that's in the pack. And the only thing else I have on the outside of the pack is in the side middle pouch area. I have a little plastic trowel for digging a small latrine. I cover the handle in ranger bands just because they're useful to have on stuff. And this was way lighter than the folding metal shovel that I had. We have my current favorite outdoors knife, K-Bar Camp Bowie. Got a lanyard on it and a couple of ranger bands on the sheath. I was going to put a magnesium or a ferrocerium rod on there for helping start fires with it. Just haven't got that rod on there yet. A cheap little folding saw. Haven't used the hell out of this yet. It's a cheapy 3-pack at a Sportsman's Guide. It seems to do okay. We'll see how it holds up under actual work. And then, just because I want to have more capability, I have a little hatchet just for taking down processing larger wood. And I'm going to be out there for a while. I like having a blade. This, I've again put ranger bands on the upper part of the shaft and on the bottom edge. This is to keep them slipping off. Up here is for when you're going to chop through something, and if you miss and you smack the wood on whatever you're hitting, hopefully there's a little bit of rubber on there to keep you from denting that up in case you miss. I've seen I've got a tomahawk that has steel that comes down there, so if you miss it's okay. I just wanted to add some protection on this, just a cheap little hatchet. So guys, that's what I have right now in my kit. I can process some wood, fix myself up, get something to eat, change clothes, start fires, look for stuff. Tell me what you think. What am I missing? What do I have too much of, not enough of? I think it's a little heavy right now, considering that there's only 2 bottles of water in there. I'd like to have 8. And currently there is no firearm or ammunition. So I see myself getting done with a pack weighing about 65 pounds, which I think is a little bit much. So I have worn all this on this pack on a couple small hikes around the neighborhood, just little half-mile guys, and it carries well. But all day I think it would kind of suck. So I'd like to make a smaller go bag to compare to this for more of a day, a through hike kind of a setup. This is more of a go out in the woods and not die for a week kind of bag, or longer. That's what I got, guys. Let me know what you think.